would you rather have that, or would you rather have people continuing to have their lives and their homes and their resources destroyed? How many times can people go through that? And so, yeah, it takes some of them off the rolls. But on the other hand, the fact is these folks, need this help. And I don't think that any mayor would responsibly want people who are miserable and having their belongings destroyed repeatedly become a captive to property tax base. That's not what we should be worrying about first and foremost. Well, we get appraisers that come in and give independent market value. Secondly, it's a totally voluntary program. So we don't come in and say, hey, you're in a repetitively flooded area, you must sell your home. This is the choice of the homeowner. They get to decide. And they go through what would be a normal process of selling a house, except the state is the buyer rather than an individual. And so the state comes, we get an appraisal. We then try to agree on price. We make an offer. There's usually a little negotiation that goes on. And then, we either come to a conclusion or we don't. Now, some families have decided that the price that's offered is not good enough and they want to stay. Totally their call. But more often than not, what we're finding is people accept the offers, consider them fair, and are able to roll that money into a new home. Remember this too, a lot of these homes, a number of them, were underwater, not only literally, but also financially. And the state stepped in and negotiated with the lenders to give them a break and get the lenders to accept some of the risk here as well. So the state's been better than an average buyer. We've been a buyer that also comes in and works with these lenders and says, if these folks are underwater on their mortgage, you got to help them out here. We got to get them rolling into a new home and not worried about making up for past mistakes. So it's been, I think, as with anything, they're dealing with the government though, so it's not always a joyous process. But I think it's been a much easier process than people would have anticipated.